Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thanks for being here. As we wait for people to file in, as always, now's a really good time to type in where you are watching from tonight. You can be as general or as specific as you like, but yes, now would be a good time to do so. Put it in the chat. Where are you watching from tonight as I do my intro? So, hey, everyone, I am Canuck Clay. I am the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's my Sunday night live stream for Sunday night, August the 28th. If you're new, here's what you should do. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I still think that there should be 4 memberships that I think are still up for grabs. If you guys might remember, hey, Gordon, nice to see you. Marcus, nice to see you as well. Some people J-Kids, some people I haven't seen in a while. And of course, my friends, Canucks Bo, Fangirl, it's a lot of, okay, now that I've started, Coach Rob, now they've started to name people, I'm going to look bad if I miss someone. So to everyone in there, wow, Trevor's in Greece. Okay, I'm getting really distracted already. I think there are 4 memberships out there to be given still, because I know on last Sunday, Justin donated 5 memberships, and I think only one of them was given out by the time the stream ended. So maybe we'll see 4 memberships flow through. Remember, if you want to be able to receive a gift membership, you have to have that enabled. And then, Gord, I usually don't answer any questions during the intro, but because we're good buds and I haven't seen in a while, if I watch the full length of a YouTube ad while watching your content, do you benefit more than if I skip it? You know, for someone who does this so much, I should know that. I think in theory, if you watch the full ad, but honestly, don't do that for my sake. If you, and I know some people have ad blockers, some people have YouTube Premium, so they don't even see ads. So Gord, I appreciate the thought, but I'll try and find an answer. But really, that kind of stuff doesn't sweat me. So, but thank you for asking. And yes, Edmund, I was aware it was your birthday today. So I'm so happy that you're here. Everyone, give some love to Edmund in the chat. I should have given you a shout out in my Ask Me Anything, but I will give you a shout out here instead. So happy birthday to Edmund. Okay, I better get through my intro or else I will never get going. So welcome, everyone. And I'm glad that you're here. You see the tentative schedule on the screen right there. So I will do my intro, my welcome. I got some cool things to tell you about for the first 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'll turn it over to your Canucks questions, your NHL questions. Then we'll do Ask Me Anything. Then we'll play our 3 games. And then we will wrap up. Okay. So moderators, thank you in advance. You know what to do. If it's a comment is sexist, racist, homophobic, ableist, spam in another language, or swearing, delete it. Put the person in timeout, but don't necessarily ban them from the channel. Leave that to me. Thankfully, I think we've only had to do that once in our history, if that. So moderators, thank you in advance. To my sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Gord Wright is someone who can attest to their effectiveness. So thank you, Perform and Transform. Thank you to Van City Experts Real Estate Group, Jason Lim and his team, of course. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of the fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey 9 Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Shoes. You can get a $15 off any pair when you use the code CanuckClay at Vessi.com. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. Thank you as always. Thank you to all Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thank you for your support, and thanks to all of you, everyone watching, for donating some of your time, your energy, and your resources to me. I appreciate it, and no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, Richmond, in the lower city, lower mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I know that you could be watching, doing anything else, but the fact that you are here even for a little bit tonight on a Sunday night near the end of summer with not a lot going on, I appreciate you. I do not take you for granted. So while you're here, why don't you like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that we still went through the summer, and like the fact that things are gonna even grow even more on this channel going forward. As I think we still have the most creative, the most positive, and definitely the smartest definitely the smartest Canucks community here on YouTube, as evidenced by how well we play, how well we do in all those games. Although the members will tell you, we almost messed up our Ordle, our win streak, but we pulled through on Wednesday night. Thank you, Coach Rob, for that announcement. A couple other things, then I will get to some stuff, and then I'll get to all of your questions. When it comes to membership gifting, as I mentioned, I think we'll see what happens today if they get distributed. But I know that Justin purchased 5 gift memberships last week, and not all of them were given out, actually. It's a YouTube algorithm that does that. But you have to enable membership receiving, I guess. And you do that on your channel. I'm not sure exactly how. I know when I go to some streams, it makes me say yes or no once, right at the start. So if you haven't enabled membership gifting and you want to, make sure that you do that. It was on Wednesday. No, Coach Rob, I don't think it was on Wednesday, because Wednesday was the members only stream. Yeah, no, it was last Sunday for sure. It was last Sunday for sure, because he wouldn't have done it on the member live stream. Regardless, I appreciate that, Justin. I appreciate that everyone has bought memberships before. Remember, you're welcome to donate if you want. You certainly don't have to. That's not the expectation. But if you want to donate, or if you want to become a member, or if you want to upgrade your membership, or if you want to buy memberships, all those things, that is appreciated, but certainly not expected. The fact that you are here supporting me, that is the most important thing to me. And of course, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of this calendar year. I think we're going to do it. It's going to have to pick up a little bit in September, October, November, December, but I think the nightly live streams will help with that as well. Okay. By the way, when I start my show on September 11th, I'm going to tighten up that intro to be like a minute somehow, because once we get going with the show that goes to a podcast, I'm going to have to move things around, move the sponsor thank yous and the membership thank yous probably to the back end, but we'll see. I'm still trying to figure all that out as I look ahead to that. So that's the first, I guess, thing I want to share with you is 2 weeks from today. On Sunday night, September 11th, this show becomes a nightly show. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunday night will be 10:30 to 11:30, as you guys know. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be only half an hour, 11 to 11:30, a very tight show. I'll do the first 10 to 15 minutes myself. Then I'll do questions for the last 10 to 15 minutes. And that's it. It's just going to be a half an hour show because I want it to be tight. I want it to be fast moving and not a lot of dragging. Not that these drag, but I think you'd agree. Well, it says you guys know that the Canucks haven't really done much this summer, so we have made it work. So that's the first thing. Is over the next 2 weeks I'm gonna strategize how best to position the shows going forward, especially on Sunday night, starting with Sunday, September 11th. But yeah, I guess coupled with that is I've set up the podcast, and I want to give a shout out to my Canucks After Dark partner, Parker's Pucks, who helped me, probably save me 3 to 5 hours of time on my own. But instead, we had a 45-minute meeting over Zoom, and he helped me set everything up. So now my podcasts are live, both on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you look up Clay's Canucks Commentary or Canuck Clay, you'll find out Clay's Canucks Commentary is the proper name of the podcast. So you can subscribe now. I have a 45-second trailer up there right now, but you can subscribe. And that way, when I hit the ground running on Sunday, September 11th, they will automatically be, shipped into your feed. So again, Clay's Canucks Commentary is live now, both on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. You can leave me a good review if you'd like to. I like that kind of thing, but really, you wouldn't be lying, but you're basing it on the fact that you know it's going to be a 5-star production as opposed to anything that you've heard so far. Once again, Edmund Yan, happy birthday to Edmund, one of the staunch supporters on here. Thank you, and I hope you had an awesome birthday. One other thing I want to tell you about, and then I'll get to your questions. Pretty cool story. Jacob went down to bowl in a tournament in Tacoma, Washington. So it was a big tournament. All the best bowlers from, I'd say, the Pacific Northwest, or at least the Washington region, and there were a handful of them that went down from BC as well. So it was an adult bowling tournament, not a kids, not a junior bowling tournament, an adult bowling tournament. So he came in 6th out of like 50 people, which is pretty awesome. 6th place. He was the youngest guy there. Came in 6th place. Won some prize money. Won some bracket money, which is kind of the side action they do. But in finishing 6th, you guys, he bowled a perfect game today. Jacob bowled the 3rd perfect game of his life, a 300, but this is the first time he's bowled it in an actual tournament. The other two, the first one he got in the fall, as you guys know, after trying for 17 years. Really excited. That happened on Tuesday Night League. Then he got another 300 in the spring, again, Tuesday Night League. So it's a league, but it's not like a tournament. And then today, his second tournament, the second game of the tournament, he bowls 12 straight strikes, a perfect 300. I'm going to try and actually pull it up for you to show you this because it was just on an Instagram feed, and I want to see if I can find it so I can show you really quickly because I think it's worth it. JR Pro Shop. Let's see if I can find this real quick. And if not, then I won't. But yeah, he finished 6th. He did really well. He made it. The first cut was of 12. And then after that, he almost made it to top 5. Top 5 is when you have elimination matches, but he didn't make it that far. But he made it to 6th place, which is pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can load this up for you guys. And then I'll put it on the screen. Let's see if I can do this here. Okay, I can't do this. Okay, let me put this on the screen for you real quick. It'll just take 2 seconds. I will actually just mute myself, take this off, and then I'll put this on here. So really quickly, I'll just do this real quick. This is 5-second snapshot of Jacob getting his 3rd perfect game right here. There he is. Barks and Jimu are in the cut. Let's go, boys. So Barker is one of the 2 owners of JR Pro Shop, and Ryan Barker came in 3rd. So Ryan Barker came in 3rd, and Jacob came in 6th, which is pretty cool. There they are. And let's just watch it one more time. Jacob's 3rd ever perfect game. All right. So you see the look of relief on his face. Oh, there's my desktop, as you guys see there. Okay, so there. Let's give some love to you guys. Already are. You're giving some love to Jacob in the chat, which is pretty cool, and very, very happy for him. He still hasn't come home yet, so he was no, Marcus. I'm sure you bowled more than a 42. You have to. I'm sure you bowled more than a 42. But yes, very excited for Jacob. I don't think he's even over the border yet. They were making their way slowly up from Tacoma, so I don't think he's gonna walk in right as I'm streaming. So we will see what happens. I don't think he's gonna get home in the next 45 minutes or so, but yes, very happy for Jacob getting the 3rd 300 of his career. Okay, so let's I'm a minute or two early, so I'm gonna go to questions only. It's easier. I read questions and I read compliments because I like compliments. And if you leave a general statement, that's fine. I just might not read it out loud. And I got to practice because when it comes to my nightly shows, I'm gonna warn you, I won't be able to put every single comment on the screen because I hope that those shows are big, and I'll just have to pick and choose maybe 5 or 10 comments because I simply won't be able to do everything in the span of 15 minutes or so. Juggalo King, thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Marcus, it was 42, so I'm bad. Okay. Well, thanks for your honesty. Harry, I'm doing great. Hope you're well as well. Which games will you be attending this upcoming season? I don't know yet. We haven't decided that. Mike and I are going to be meeting this week to determine which games, but I know which ones I want to go to. Definitely the Colorado Avalanche on January 5th, as I talked about in my vlog today. I want to make sure I hit a Calgary Flames game, at least one, and then we will see what happens after that. Scott, hi Clay, would you agree there should be a green outline in the Canucks Orca logo? It doesn't match the rest of the uniform. Keep it up, Clay. Well, thank you, Scott. I got your question too. I answered it in my video today. Thank you for your loyalty. You guys know I'm not a big, I have a decent eye, but I'm not big on jerseys and logos and color schemes and all that. So I wouldn't be able to say I agree with you that there should be a green outline on the Orca because that has never stood out to me before. But now I will look at it. Thank you. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Isn't the white good enough? I'm not sure. But great question. Riley says, Clay, you are a person I would trust with my ducks. I'll take that as a compliment, Riley. Yes, thank you, Steve. A fangirl. Hey, Clay, do you think the Canucks will sign a player or two to a PTO? Yeah, it would make sense. Why not? That's how they got Alex Chase on. So I would expect that a PTO or two would come to preseason. Milano and Dehan. I like Milano more than Dehan for sure, Steven. And we have, thank you, Coach Rob, for gifting yet another membership. So, Coach Rob, we'll see when that gets awarded, because I think, as I mentioned, we're still but we're still waiting for 4 Just Incredible memberships. So I think there are 5 memberships up for grabs. YouTube, they determine how. So make sure you have membership gifting enabled. And if you don't know how to do it, just search it up on Google, how to enable membership receiving on YouTube. Thank you, Coach Rob, for that membership, for sure. Very generous of you. How many wins does Demko get this season? I think he's going to start 55 to 57 games. I want him winning 35 of them. How's that? 35 wins for Demko. 40 wins for Demko. Let's go 40. We need 40 wins from him. That's a lot, though. 35. 35 for sure. Then Spencer Martin gets the other 10. 10 to 12. 10 to 15. Thanks again, Coach Rob Taylor. If you all want the gift, right-click on the gifting icon. Ah, I see. Where is the gifting icon? I don't even see it. I see the money icon. Yeah, I don't know where the gifting icon even is. But thank you. Thank you. I know, Taylor, you received it last time, I think. Harry is not an NHL question, but what are your thoughts on LeBron James arriving in Vancouver? Yeah, apparently he was at the concert tonight. I don't have too many thoughts about it. I think he's a decent player. I don't follow his social media, so that was a surprise to me. So, sorry, Harry. I didn't give you anything more juicy, but don't have really big thoughts on it. But it's nice. Hopefully he's enjoying the city for sure. Legendary Lucas Gates using his 20-month message saying, Clay, if you want a jersey guru, you're talking to the right guy here. Okay, thank you for that offer, Lucas. Just Incredible. Legendary Just Incredible using his monthly membership message to say, I thought I used this one already for the month, but I'll take another one. Congrats, Jacob. Time to head out of here before the show ends. Back tomorrow night for Alicia Keys. Yes, thank you, Justin. Justin jumped on our monthly Zoom call, even though he was in a back room at Rogers Arena while working the Kendrick Lamar concert, which is why, LeBron James was at it. And thank you for jumping in here as well. I also see, speaking of legends, all 3 coming through. Lucas Gates with the message, Justin Credible with the message, and Andrew Chang, the third of the Legend Triumphant, gifts 5 memberships. So thank you. Thank you for gifting those memberships, Andrew. That is very generous of you. So that means there are 10 memberships floating around to be gifted. All you have to do is enable your account to do so. So if someone actually can do a step-by-step in the chat on how to do it, I think you may have to come out and back in of the stream. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Or maybe you, what do you do? Can you click on Andrew's? I'm just trying to think of what you can do here. Somehow you got to enable gift receiving on your YouTube channel. So thank you, Andrew, for that generous donation. Oh, I see them coming. Here we go. So Marcus was gifted a membership by Andrew Chang. Marcus was a membership before, so maybe this time we're going to convince him to stick around. That's awesome, Marcus. Glad you are here. We got a new subscriber in General Imlerith. I'm not sure how to say that, but thank you for that. Oh, Peter was gifted a membership. That's great. Welcome back, Peter. I just see them coming on. Okay, I will let you guys watch those as they go. Peter's second membership. Yeah, we got to get you to stick as well. So it's weird. So it's putting through Andrews. I think Coach Rob still has one in there and Justin still has one in there, but we'll figure out. We'll see if they end up getting spit out a little bit. Yeah. No, there's no, Marcus, there is no $50 a month option. There's an 80, there's a 25, and there's a 5. There's a 5, but no, there's no pressure at all We appreciate anyone that can give anything or that wants to become a member, but there is no pressure. Okay, let's catch up now. Juggalo King says we need a new logo. Gord, I took in the BC Lions game on Friday. Yes, me too. Enjoyed myself. Made me realize how important the in-stadium production is for fans' enjoyment. Canucks do a great job. Yeah, it's funny, Gord. That was my first Lions game in years, and I thought they did a pretty good job, actually. It was way better than I remember it, but are you suggesting that it still doesn't compare to the Canucks in-game presentation? Let me know what you think, Gord. I'd be really interested to know your opinion on that for sure. Harry says, what are your thoughts on moving on from Adidas in 2023 to 24 for NHL jerseys? No thoughts, quite frankly. Interested to see what the new designs are going to look like, who the new company is going to be. But, I don't know any of the backstory. I don't know any of the politics. Maybe it's just time for a change. All right. SMW, are they paying for membership when they gift one? Yes. So anyone who donates the memberships, they are actually paying for it for a month. So it's the best of both worlds. Someone, due to people's generosity, someone gets a free membership for a month, and then it still counts for me as membership revenue, so to speak. So it's a win-win. And then my job is to try and convince people to stay on and get their own after that month. Hockey Fan says, how many wins for Martin? Let's say 13 or 14 out of 25 games that he starts. If he can win half of them and Demko can do 35 to 40, then those are the 45 combined wins that we need, 45 to 50 combined wins that we need to get in the playoffs. Toxic Fade gets a membership as well. I missed that one. Riley, welcome Toxic Fade. Do you know Demko is from my home state? Yes, he is from California. Steven, Clay, come to Phoenix in March. Okay, it'll probably be pretty cheap, but am I going to be able to get into the arena? Because there's only like 3,000 seats, right? Lucas, $5 donation. Thank you. I'm hoping Nike gets the NHL jersey rights. Yeah, that makes sense. If there's been Reebok, there's been Adidas, maybe it's Nike's turn. We will see. DJ Malone, weird question. Would you ever wear one of the Flying V jerseys? Not a weird question. DJ Malone, I would wear one. I don't think I'd buy one, though, quite frankly. It wasn't my favorite, but I definitely wear one for sure. For sure. Toxic Fade, new member. Awesome. So Toxic Fade got the one from Coach Rob. Okay, and then Andrews are getting given up. So I just got to figure out where Justin's went then. Or maybe, yeah, I got to figure out where those are. Hockey Fan, what Canucks player do you think will score the first goal of the season? Andrei Kuzmenko. Wouldn't that be cool if it was Kuzmenko? Let's go with Kuzmenko. Peter, what was it like watching Demko for the first time? Admittedly, Peter, I can't remember that far back, but I've always thought he was a big goalie who was positionally sound and very calm in net, for sure. Again, the legends coming through. Derek Highclave, Canucks start off slow like season. How long do you think Boudreau will last? Depends how slow. It depends how slow, because I think if they become 8-15-2 again, I don't know if they'll can, but I think they'll give Boudreau to at least Christmas, because I simply don't see them like being really, really bad as last year. But that's a really good question. Or will they keep their word and try and give him the entire year, as they said? Another $5 donation from Lucas Gates saying, "Scoop alert! I have sources saying there will be 2 new Canucks jerseys next season. Can't say what they'll be." Lucas can't divulge if he knows, but I think we've pieced together what we think they could be. One of them is likely the new reverse retro that we saw leaked and we've talked about on the stream. The other one could be the new alternate, which they hinted at last season, but again, nothing confirmed, and we will see what happens. Hey Dennis, nice to see you. And Bruce from Abbotsford, nice. Marcus from Andrew. Alex, you saw me at Kate's Park. Why didn't you say hi, Alex? I would have loved to say hi. Was I running around? Was I loading a boat? Was I eating an ice cream cone? What was I doing? Yes, I was there at Kate's Park. I'll be there 3 of the next 5 days as well. Oh, Alex, say hi next time. Were you with the crew? DJ says you can accept gifts on mobile. Okay, that's cool. Edmund, you think Demko can get at least 5 shutouts this year? He has the ability to. I don't think he will, though. He might get 2 or 3. Longtime Canucks fan, originally from Winnipeg. Nice, Dennis. Peter from Andrew. Nice. How many players can you put in LTIR? It can be unlimited, I think. But that would suck. That means all your guys are getting hurt. Okay, I better catch up a bit. Steve, hey, Lucas. Steve, okay, that's Lucas, fine. Justin. Oh, here. Justin says, for those who haven't turned on gifting or receiving, I guess, use a PC, go to Clay Community Channel tab. Clay's Community Channel tab, hit memberships, and then there should be 3 circles button under settings. Oh, very good, Justin. Thank you. So everyone try that. If you want to turn on gifting, is go on my channel, go to the Community tab or memberships, and then there should be 3 circles. Okay, so that is from Just Incredible. Lucas, $2 donation. Thank you. New alternate and reverse retro. Nice, nice, nice. Canucks Bo says, Canucks, how many point stats? I say they get 99 points. Jaskran's here. Nice. Lions do have a new owner. That is true. Fangirl, why is the media so tough in Vancouver? I feel like some media blows things out of proportion. Fangirl, I think that the media is like that in every city. I really do. I really do. So are they tough? Do they blow things out of proportion? You got to remember, we've had one playoff appearance in 8 years. So I think, not you, Fangirl, but I think some people think the media is being tough when they're just doing their jobs. Peter, how do you think Gillis would handle the Miller situation? Maybe you try and convince him to take a hometown discount, like Burroughs and Kessler did, and then Miller would probably say, "Nice try." Chris A. Clay, thoughts about how O'Connor got taken out of the game with a hamstring injury? Saying that, do you also think how? Yes, Rourke is so important. I'm not giving up on the Lions. I have faith in O'Connor, but it was too bad. It was too bad. I didn't know he got hurt, so I thought they pulled him because of performance. So, but yes, I learned that he had an injury later. It was really unfortunate. I was at that game and I wanted so badly to see a win. General, I'm a bored Flames fan, but I find your insight wonderful. Well, thank you. Welcome. I saw you're a member now, so welcome, General. I appreciate that. I like some Calgary players, but the Calgary franchise is my least favorite, so I hope we can still be friends. Steve, bring Jacob on next stream. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea for sure. Memberships are indeed rolling. How do you think Benning would have dealt with the Miller situation? Probably given him what he wanted, quite frankly. Steve says 5K, but I can't remember what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, I can't remember what we were talking about for sure. Riley says Under Armour. Ah, very good. Jasper, real question is, how would Benning handle Miller's contract situation? Signed with a 9 month. Exactly. 8 at 10. You guys are funny. Harry gets a membership from Andrew. Awesome. Sidhu, when was the last time the Nucks had a 50-win season? Oh, we'd have to go back to, I think, the President Trophy seasons for sure. Peter, do you think Peter is capable of having a 90 to 100 point? Yes, I do. I'm not sure if he's going to break 100 points, but I think he can do 90 for sure. For sure. Yes, Jasker, and that's why I don't think Demko's going to get more than 2 or 3 shutouts. Lots of shoutouts, but maybe not too many shutouts. Harry, a member for the second time. Awesome. Zhao, are you okay if the Canucks ice a second unit power play without a natural center? Kuzmenko, Pods, Garland, Hogg, OEL, and Myers-Rathbone. Yeah. I think you could see a Kuzmenko, Pods, Garland, OEL, and then another forward, or yeah, you're right, a second D-man. Because a lot of times you're changing on the fly. So you don't even have to win the draw. So if they're changing on the fly, I have no problem with a unit without a center, as long as they have 2 defensemen out there, because you never want to get burned coming the other way, for sure. First goal in Young Stars Canucks. Let's go Lekaramaki. Lucas says anyone who wants to get the current thirds, get them ASAP. That would make sense that they are changing. That's smart. Very smart. Oh, Steve, you're saying the arena in Phoenix, 5K. Gotcha. I said 3. Thank you. Peter, between Kuzmenko, Podkolzin, and Mikheyev, who's likely to gain their first goal this season? You mean who's going to score first of those three guys? I'm going Kuzmenko. Welcome, Brian. General, of course, we can actually hate Edmonton more than Vancouver. I love BC. Best place to camp. There you go. General, you should just move here. That's awesome. Edmund, when you play the NHL games with your sons, do you always pick Vancouver? No, I pick the best team, and I still lose. Well, I don't pick an all-star team because that's cheating. Although I'd probably still lose to Sean. No, we pick NHL teams, but I don't pick the Canucks. We do that thing where we pick 3 random teams, and we can pick one of those 3. Or if we don't like one of those 3, then you pick a 4th random team, then you have to stick with them. So it's kind of interesting. So I do not pick Vancouver. What is Alvin's next move? I think he's going to make a move with the defense somehow. Edmund, how many games do you think Kuzmenko gets his first NHL goal? I think he scores in this first one because he's going to score the first goal of the season for the Canucks. Hey, Bri. I know it's a bit of a stretch, but why not? Nathan, welcome to membership, courtesy of Andrew. Clay, looks like Brian is happy to see you. I'll take it. Austin, I want to be a member, but got no money. No problem, Austin. Just still come to these streams, watch my videos, and hopefully you get enough value that way for sure. And unfortunately, I can't assign memberships to people. YouTube does it. So I can't even say, hey, give this membership to Austin. Harry, how many points will Kuzmenko get this season? 40. 45. What are your thoughts on the roster this season compared to last season? Forwards, great. Defense, same. Goalie will be fine because I think Martin's better than Halak. So I think forwards and the goalies are better. Defense still the same. So hopefully that means 5 to 10 more points in the standings. Fangirl, which current free agent are you shocked isn't signed yet? That is a great question. Who are the NHL free agents still not signed? Yeah, who are the NHL free agents still not signed? I know PK Subban isn't, but that's not not a shock. Free agents. Subban, Louis Eriksson. I'm just going by cap hit. Anton Strawman, Danny DeKaiser, Calvin DeHaan, Victor Rask. Wait, give me someone who I'm surprised about here. Sonny Milano, because he's young, 26, had 34 points. There's a surprising one. Evan Rodriguez. So 2 young guys the Canucks have been linked to. Maybe those are a couple that I'm a bit surprised about. Good question, Fangirl. Brian, when do you think that the Canucks get a right side defense player? You know, I've talked about it on my channel, Brian. They might not get one. They might try OEL or Hughes on the right side. They might. Lucas, anyone watching the beef between the Abbotsford Canucks and Calgary Wranglers? It's a fun little Twitter beef. Peter, for the Miller situation to be resolved, Clay should dress up as a FedEx delivery driver, deliver a box to Alvin's house, contain Miller's trade assets, have him sign it, problem solved. I wouldn't do that. I don't think I'd be that convincing. Marco, do you think DeHaan will be signed? I don't think so. I know the Canucks have been linked to him, but I don't know. He's 31 years old. I don't know. I'm not sure. Gord, not a joke. Did you see the new name of the arena Phoenix will be playing in? Yeah, the Mullet. Yes, the Mullet Arena. Yes, sad but true. Harmon, thank you for taking a photo with me at the BC Lions. Oh, hey, Harmon, nice to see you. Yes, thank you for being here, Harmon. I got to meet Harmon before the game. You were with your dad, right? You're not the dad. You were with your dad, yes. And I got to take photos with you. That was awesome. Too bad we didn't see you win, Harmon, but I appreciate you saying hello. Jaskrin, Pettersson will hit 100 points. I like the optimism. Peter, who would you like to see Kuzmenko's line mates to be? I think he's going to play in the top 6. So in my world, I have the Lotto line together. And then my second line is Horvat, Garland, Kuzmenko. And then your third line then... Oh, then that's Dickinson though. Okay, maybe not. So maybe you go Miller. Well, I like PD and Besser together. I could see Kuzmenko playing with PD and Besser actually. Then something like Miller with Garland and Mikheyev, and then Horvat with Podkolzin and Pearson. And the Russian wingers in particular, you can put them on either side. They provide a lot of flexibility, but I do think Kuzmenko will play in the top 6 for sure. Yes, General, I agree about Evan Rodriguez, Sonny Milano. Those are the 2 I agree with. Zhao, how would Kuzmenko's next contract look like? Well, if he gets 60 points next season, he's going to shoot up to $3 or $4 million player, maybe on a bridge again. I don't think you go long term with him even after 1 year, but that's going to certainly shoot him up for sure. And hello, Nathan. Yes, glad to have you. Edmund, you think Calvin DeHaan or Evan Rodriguez will go PTO if they aren't signed by this time? Yeah, well, that's the only way they can get signed by a team, but they still have a month before training camps open. Jasker, yeah, Canucks are no longer linked with Evan Rodriguez per Canucks Access. Yes, Canucks Access. He pulls reports from other reporters. So I, with all due respect to Canucks Access, it's not Canucks Access reporting that. He's taking it from someone else. But yes, I do hear as well, probably from the same source, that they are not in on Evan Rodriguez anymore. CNS, do you think Markstrom goes on a more of a decline this season considering his numbers last season and changing the roster playing up front? It's so tough to say because he had a pretty good regular season and then kind of got lit up in the playoffs. I don't know. I don't want him to go on a decline just because we have Demko and not him. But I could still see Calgary being a really good team. I really do. Because their defense is good. And their forward, you could say, it was a wash. Kadri and Huberdeau in for Kachuk and Goudreau. So we'll see. So no, I'm not convinced he's going to go on a decline. See edits. Shannon, so far the new players coming to the Canucks. So for the new players coming to the Canucks, who would they be paired up with in the game and how does the coach decide? Yeah, Shannon, great question. Sometimes like a lotto line, like Besser, Miller, and Pettersson, you run with them for half the season because they play so well together. Other times when you're not scoring, especially, you tend to mix things around. I don't know who's going to play with who. You put the centers down the Miller. If you got to establish, are we going to play Miller as a center? If so, then you go Miller, PD, Horvat, Lazar, and then you fill in the wingers around them. I don't know if the Suns are playing in a new arena. Maybe, yeah, that's a good question because if the Coyotes are leaving, yeah, I don't know. Brian, you can do that, Clay. Be a FedEx delivery guy. Okay, I'll do that. Just for you. Edmund, you think Pullman will go on LTIR? Doesn't look like he'll start the season. You know, one report says he's healthy. Another report says they're not sure. We shall see. I don't wish ill will on him, but maybe that's a way to free up some cap space and get even a better player. Pat, I think Rutherford and Alvin are satisfied with the current roster. I could see them going into the season with this roster. Justin, I wouldn't mind seeing Markstrom play like he did versus the Oilers. Indeed. Fangirl, what's your gut telling you about the Miller situation in terms of trade, resign, or let him walk? I think they're going to trade him at the trade deadline, and the return is going to be underwhelming, and people are going to get very mad. Jaskrin, is it realistic for Horvat to be on the third line? Some people have been projecting Horvat to play in the third line as Miller and Pettersson. Yeah, and maybe you don't get too worked up because he'll be on the first power play unit. Maybe you don't get too worked up on first, second, third line. You just go with 3 even scoring lines. But yeah, if you list them on a line sheet, it'll look like the third line for sure. Bon chance. As long as Kuz has good line mates that can feed him the puck perfectly, he'll get 50 points. Wow, that's optimistic, but I like it. Watching your feed from Asia. Thank you. Thank you, Bon chance. So a French name, watching from Asia. Love it. Love it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, Justin, I know, I hear exactly what you're saying. I do the same thing. Justin, I hope Campbell also declines and Mike Smith returns. Jasker, and we're wishing ill will on all the Pacific Division goaltenders. Peter, what was your initial reaction when Luongo was traded back in 2014 concerning Markstrom eventually became... Well, at the time, Luongo was my favorite player. Like, he's my favorite Canucks player of all time. So I was sad that he got traded, but I understood why the Canucks did. So I thought the return was underwhelming at the time because I simply didn't know a lot about Markstrom, although everyone was saying that he was the best, best goaltender prospect out there. General, Kadri, according to Canucks Army, is going to make signing Miller. Yeah, that's a fair... Because Miller's younger and some would say better. So he's starting at $7 million. I think he's going to want 8.5 or 9. Clay, you should go to Rogers and ask LeBron to 1v1. I don't think Nathan I would score a point on him. Like if he tried his best, I don't think I'd get a shot off on him. Unless it was like some goofy shot from behind the 3-point line that I have to pray that goes in. But that would be fun. I'm a decent basketball player. I'm not great, but I'm decent. Pat, Quinn on the right side could be like a fourth forward on the ice. Yeah, there's talk about trying either Quinn or Oriel on the right just so you can pair those guys together as a first pairing. Other women's hoops, are you going to the Sedin's Hall of Fame induction? Have they named the date? But no, I have not thought about that yet. Best players Canucks now. Well, by stats, it was Miller. By skill, I think it's PD and Hughes. Hello, Rosario. Chris, Clay, thoughts on Dermott Rathbone combo? Do you think that could ever work? It could work if Pullman doesn't play and if they keep OEL and Hughes on the left side. Then I think that is your third pairing. OEL Myers, Hughes Shen, Dermott Rathbone. Again, if Pullman is hurt. Lucas, NHL 23 franchise mode is a big thing. I'm happy they're adding full customization. Nice. Zhao, Pullman signing pretty much summarized Benning's regime. Yep, 4 times 2.5. I don't think anyone else was offering him that much. Yes, Jasper, I do remember when DiPietro was hyped, but the Canucks kind of bungled his development. Taylor, I'm with you. I've been predicting Canucks third in the Pacific behind the 2 Alberta teams. Karan met Podkolzin. Nice. Where? Tell us about it. That's pretty cool. Rosero, induction is the same weekend when the Canucks are in Toronto. Oh my gosh, that is tempting. Edmund, would you attend the game once Ryan Kesler gets Ring of Honor? At this moment, most fans have forgiven him, and I would put him in there. Yeah, I would attend it. I wouldn't make a point to attend it like I have to be there, but it might just work out if it's one of my games as a season ticket holder. I could see him being in the Ring of Honor. Third is possible. Vegas losing his goalie. Yep, for sure. Ask me anything. Do you play fantasy football? Yes, I will get to fantasy. Thank you. Kempner, that was a very not so subtle way of moving me towards Ask Me Anything. So put in your last Canucks questions, and I'll move into Ask Me Anything as well. Kempner, ask me anything. I do play fantasy football. I play in only one league with some church guys, and I'm drafting 4 out of 10. I know JT and CMC are going to go 1-2. Likely, we'll see who I get at 4. But I'm drafting 4th this year out of 10. Jaskrin, doesn't the name Ottinger and Jason Roberts' situation remind you of Quinn and PD contracts when they got signed right before the season? Yeah, we're going to see that a lot more with young players, I think. Pat, if it takes the Canucks to win a cup by you being in jail for the whole season, would you take one for the city? Oh my gosh, Pat. No, I wouldn't. Because I think I can have more of an impact on people in my job and in my ministry by not being in jail. Although I would be forever martyred as a hero in Vancouver. Let me think about that one. But admittedly, my gut reaction is no. As much as I want the Canucks to win, maybe I do a night in jail as long as I know that no one else is going to be in my cell. But I'm not sure if I can do a whole year. Karan, I met him at Canada Place. He was just walking with his wife casually. I saw him afar. Then you were wearing your pods. Wow. So did you actually meet him? Oh, no. I think it's coming up. Good. I'm a young Canucks fan, so can you tell me why people hated Ryan Kesler? Jaskrin, basically, he forced his way out of here when he didn't want to play here anymore in the mid-2000 teens, like 2014, 15. He basically said, I don't want to play here anymore, and he had a no trade, so he basically forced the Canucks to trade him to either Anaheim or the Kings. That's the story I've heard. He also, was an American saying stuff about Canada during the 2010 Olympics. But overall, I think most people remember how good he was as a Vancouver Canuck, especially in the 2011 playoffs. Evan, you think aside from JT Miller, you think Dickinson should be traded? Yeah, I do. Karan, he was quite cool about the whole photo thing. He even shook my hand. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. You never know because you want to give them their space, but that's pretty cool. Peter, I have a driving question. I've had 13 lessons so far. My driving has improved, but turns are still not the greatest. How to improve it? Well, to me, it's a confidence thing. It's a confidence thing. It's a practice thing. It's shoulder checking. It's the right, right turn. Are you doing a rolling right turn because you have a green, or are you doing it off a stop? Left turn. It's a total confidence thing, especially at a light with cars coming the other way. But if you have 13 lessons and you still don't like your turns, tell your instructor to help you work on turns for sure. Kuzmenko, Miller, and Pods. Yeah, I could see that happening. Philip, I can see Boudreau trying a lot of things, quite frankly. Training camp will tell a lot for sure. Yeah, Taylor says just practice more. Kempner, huge fantasy football. I do Canucks, Packers, and fantasy football. Okay, Kempner, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to write your name down, and I will contact you. Kempner, just tell me who you'd take at 4. That's what I want to know, because our draft is on Tuesday night already. Obviously, JT CMC will go 1-2. I don't know who's going to go third, whether it's that. Yeah, you tell me who you would take 3-4, Kempner. Put that in the chat. That would be a huge service to me. Gord, Pat, that's a really tough would you rather. Pat's the master at those would you rathers for sure. Jasker and Hockey Guy keeps saying he doesn't think Canucks will win a cup in his lifetime, but I hope he's wrong. Yeah, that's fair. Hockey Guy's a Debbie Downer, says Lucas. Philip Dickinson for Yakov Trenin of the Preds. I don't know enough about Trenin, but if he's better than Dickinson, sure. I'll take one for the city. Thank you, Pat, so I don't have to. Shane, I heard possibly 2 more players from Pittsburgh Penguins come to Canucks. Well, Rodriguez is probably one of them that you've heard about. Do you play Fantasy Premier League? No, I don't. Do you play in a football survivor pool? I do, Duck Fan. We do a survivor pool and pick them against the spread pool. Okay, I'll do 2 more minutes of questions. And oh, yeah, it's a 0.5 PPR. I should have told you that. It's a 0.5 PPR, Kempner. Thank you. Yeah, just all I need is to make a good pick at 4. So tell me give me 2 guys, right? After JT and CMC, give me 2 guys. And whichever guy isn't taken, I will take that guy. Lucas, would you own a basketball or football team, Clay? Basketball, maybe. If someone gave me the money to do so, yeah. I think I would. Edmund, will you and the boys get a PS5 in the future? I don't think so. I don't think we'd played enough to justify it, quite frankly. Chris, thoughts on the Canucks not keeping Lamico? I was surprised, but if they had Lazar in mind, then I could see why. Gord, Clay, do you do your own home repair DIY? No. I suck, Gord. I suck so bad. Thankfully, we have good friends in the church and handymen at our disposal for sure. Kango, Miller for Fabro in a first. I think Fabro's a little over. Maybe if it means getting something. Riley, Clay, would you rather play hockey with Undertaker or receive a RKO from Randy? Play hockey, especially if Undertaker's on my team. Kempner, I'd go, Eckler or Cooper Cup. Yeah, last question, and then I'm going to move into the games, but I would thank you. I've seen Eckler and Cup on the list, and then I've seen also Derrick Henry listed as well. So I appreciate that. So I guess you wouldn't have Henry over either of those 2 guys. Is that fair to say? Kempner, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Siedas, what's something you or Gail have done for each other outside of your comfort zones? Ooh. I think for Gail, it's coming to social outings with me because she's a very, not private, but she's an introverted person. She doesn't thrive, although I love showing her off, but she doesn't thrive in social situations. At least she doesn't think she does. So anytime we go somewhere where I don't know anyone, but I'm going to meet people and she comes, I think that's out of her comfort zone. For me, it's anytime we go for Chinese food. Zal, Spencer Martin, Hoglander, and Garland for Theodore. I don't do it, actually. I don't do it because I think Martin's going to be really good, and I think Garland can still be. Although I have to think about the contracts though too. Brian, I got a really bold feeling the Canucks will win the Stanley Cup this year. Wow, love it. Major League Soccer or Premier League? If I had to pick one, Major League Soccer, Roman Reigns or Drew McIntyre. I think McIntyre is going to win. Okay, we are at 10:50. That is awesome. Let's move to the games now. Although the only thing, I'll keep reading your comments, especially as Kempner Sports helps me with my my fantasy team. Clay, do you have a favorite Vegas logo? Nope, I don't. You mean Vegas Golden Knights? Don't they only have one? I don't even know. All right, guys, I'm going to set up the games now. Whoops, I just messed something up. I'm going to set up the games. Oh, I just did the same thing again. What am I doing here? Oh, there we go. So I'm going to put my good-looking face over here. I'm going to make sure that we can start with... Okay. Oh, this looks like it can be anyone. So we are going to the games now. I'm not sure if Justin is here to put his disclaimer in the comments, but it basically says, if you played these games already, no hints, please. No giving it away. Don't spoil the fun for everyone else. Just before we start, NHL Canucks says, I just saw a drug raid. Oh, crazy. Hopefully not at your house. Justin, funniest tweet I've seen tonight. So nice of Kendrick Lamar to come to Vancouver to see the LeBron James show. LeBron was dancing up a storm. Very good. How did you do it at Homestead? Oh, I shot a 98, which isn't great, but it's my best round ever, Bruce, because then I shot 112 and 108. What did you shoot? I trust it was a lot better than 98, Bruce. Thank you for remembering. Hey, Elfren, nice to see you. Shannon, are you back studying yet? Yeah, actually, my course starts tomorrow. Thank you for asking. Riley, Vegas has the primary and shoulder. Actually, I wouldn't know. Sorry. Okay, so the first guess I saw. Oh, Bruce, you shot an 82? You're awesome. So we cannot play together unless you give me a stroke per hole. Wow, Bruce, that's awesome. Bruce, do you know the other courses? We did Homestead on Tuesday, North Bellingham on Wednesday, which is really nice. I didn't think Homestead's course was upkept that well. Then we did Sudden Valley on Thursday, and then my friends played Shuckson on Friday. Okay, Tyler Myers. Yes, you were on fire. Tyler Myers was the first guess. Okay. So we know that this player is in the Western Conference. He is in the Central Division, and he is a defenseman under 32 years of age, and he's left-handed. And he's a lot shorter than 6'8", which is basically everyone. So I will take a defenseman, left-handed, from the Central Division who's not Canadian. I like Werenski. That's good. Oh, shoot. Although that's the wrong... sorry. That's the wrong division. I mean, the wrong conference. Because I need Central Division. But at least we nailed... Well, we knew he was left-handed because he wasn't right. But here's the info we got there. That he's not North American. He's not Canadian or U.S. Roman Yossi is the next one I see. Okay. So it's not from Nashville. And remember, he's younger than 25. I should have caught that. Younger than 25, but a left shot, and he's 6'1". Okay, so I'll take the next Central Division. Okay, Heiskanen could work. Miro Heiskanen. Okay. So we got the same thing as, very, very important. He's younger than 23. So that's what we gleaned from here. Can't be Cale Makar because Cale Makar's from the U.S. Remember, he's not a U.S. He's not Canadian. Cale Makar is Canadian, what I'm talking about. But the guy we're looking for is not Canadian. He's not U.S. He's not from Czechia. And he's not Finnish. And he's under 23 years old. So he's either Swedish or Russian, or actually could be anything else. Yeah. Who's a Swedish D-man who is younger than 23 that plays in the Central and looks like this? Who could it be? I'm at a loss. I have no clue. Isn't Chikrin from Canada or the States? I'm pretty sure Chikrin's North American, though. Is this where we kind of look it up, which is kind of cheating? Well, we don't look it up, but Cronwell is really old. I'm pretty sure Ekholm's a lot older than 23 as well. We got to think of a really young player. Jonas Brodin? Is Brodin younger than 23? That's not a bad guess, actually. Okay. It was a bad guess, except for because he's way older. But we did establish that he's not Swedish either. Cider. Oh, no, I'm already not going to type it in because I can already see from his... Oh, no, Detroit's not in their division. Anyways, I can already tell from his haircut that's not him. Okay, so we got to find a young guy that's not from any of these 5 countries, you guys. That's tricky. Not Canadian, U.S., Czechia, Finland, or Sweden. So is there a Russian or German, but a Russian defenseman who's younger than 23 years old? Well, it might not be Russian. This is tricky. who plays in the Central. Like Colorado, Chicago, Winnipeg. At least we got the defenseman right. We got the left shot right. We got 6'1". We know he's under 23 years old. Bowen Byron's from Canada, though, Azram. He can't be Canadian. This is tricky. Yeah, everyone's saying Cider, but you guys, I type his name in and look at his hair. It's not him. I know that's kind of cheating, but I know it's not him. Romanov's older. Isn't Alex Romanov way older than 23? Oh, no, he's only 22. He's from Russia. But he plays with the Islanders. He's not in the Central Division. That's good. Romanov is a good guess, you guys, but doesn't Romanov play for the Islanders? But we need Central Division. We need Central Division. This is tough. This is really tough. This is tough. We don't want to break our streak here, you guys. We have 3 more guesses. I guess it'd be cheating if we started going through all the rosters, eh? Jasper, we don't even know the nationality. We just know what he's not. Hey, JDS. Nice to see you, Jamie. What is this guy? Okay, now I'm totally cheating. Now I'm going to like rosters on the. I'm looking for young defensemen here. Sebastian Aho, which one? The one. Don't they both play? Yeah, they both play in the East. Do we have to take one for the team and just not get it right? Yeah, Kulikov's too old. Man, this is tough. Nate Schmidt's too old. Yeah, Fangirl, give a hint. Without totally giving it away. He's not Swedish. You guys, this is tough. I'm totally cheating, but I'm going through rosters now on NHL.com, just looking at. Yeah, I lied. This game, we're trying to guess this silhouette. And if it's green, it means we're right. So we've narrowed it down to a Central Division defenseman, not playing for Nashville, Dallas, Minnesota, not Canadian, U.S., any of these. Younger than 23 and a left shot D. Quinn Hughes from the States. Logan Stanley is pretty sure he's Canadian. He's not Russian. Okay, that's a good hint. That's a good, fair hint. So there's only so many other countries. So, okay, so you guys, I was talking about this with my members. This is what I worry about for my podcast is this is going to be really bad for when the podcast happens. So that's why I'm thinking I'm not playing Ordle on the podcast. Because we don't want all this like kind of dead. Who's that Vladislav Kultur? Who's that? I don't even know who that is, but maybe we'll... Oh, you guys are seeing me butcher his name. Okay, Taylor, you got it. Defenseman for Arizona. Where's he from? Oh, he's from Belarus. So, Taylor, you are like our MVP. Okay. So a lot of you guys know who this is, Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. I have no reason not to believe you. So you got that because you know him. That's awesome, Taylor. We give you full props. Good job. Thank you for saving our butt, Taylor. Okay, a very, very worthy member. Nice job. Yeah, I didn't know him either. I'm with you, Jaskran. Okay, let's go, Gordle. This one should be faster. So, just as a side note, when I start my podcast 2 weeks from now, I might not do Gordle. Sorry, I might not do Ordle because it takes so long. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, Rosiero says Besser. That's the first one I see. And with Besser, that was actually an excellent guess. Because we got 4 letters right. Not necessarily, but the E can't be here, the S can't be here, the E can't be here, the R can't be here. But we got 4 letters correct. So I'll take the next guess that has those 4 letters, but not in those spaces. Excellent, excellent guess. What name has those? Reese? What was Elfren's answer? Kessler. Oh my gosh, Kessler. Oh, Kessler wouldn't work because of the ER at the back. Reeves would work. Oh, this could, yes. The E, the S. I think we're going to get this. No. Okay. This is crazy. Okay. The E is in the proper spot, but Justin also helped get us another letter. So, you guys, we have 5 of the 6 letters, just none of them in the proper spot. And then I think that Elfren just nailed it. Okay. See, Gordle is much faster. We are way better at Gordle, and I think this would be good. This would not be so bad on the podcast, but we'll see. Okay. And of course, we end off with the original, the one that started all this madness, and that would be Wordle. Okay, I will take the first. No, I'm not going to say the first because I reserve the right to not take it. But let's go with a 5-letter word in the chat, please. 5-letter word. Yeah, Elfren is good. Okay, I like, there's catch, there's globe, there's above. You know, I like above. No, I'm going to go with tears. Because I love, above is good. He's got 3 vowels, but I do like, no, Quacky, Canucks After Dark is on Mondays. Okay, Eli said this one is tough, so at least he's honest. Okay. So we know there's an E and there's an A. There's an E and there's an A. So I will take the next word that has an E and an A, but doesn't have our favorite letters of T, S, and R. And apparently this one is tough today. Can't use weave. Plead I can use because that's good. Oh, so we were shut out on those 3 letters, but at least we know the E. Quake can't use because the A is in the middle. Above I can use, and then I'm going to go to mauve next. Above, that does work. Oh, okay, so we have the E in the right spot, so I can't use mauve because of the V. So we know the E's at the end, and we know the A actually fits right here because then we know the A is not here, not here. So I need a word that has an A in the second spot and an E at the end. an A in the second spot, and an E at the end. From Elfren. Oh my gosh, Elfren's so good. Gauge, so it's G-A-U. What the heck's the last? What else? What the heck? What other letter fits in there? Oh, gauze. Oh, wow. Very good. Wow. That was only the second time that we got it in 5 tries. Well, my friends, once again, proving that we are not only the most positive, but we are the smartest Canucks community around. Very good, you guys. That was the Ordle was a little scary, I must admit. But then Gordle, never an issue for us, and Wordle. Yeah, Elfren is I think Taylor is really good at Gordle. Sorry, Taylor is really good at Ordle. Elfren is really good at Gordle, and then we just all tag team the Wordles. Although Elfren's really good at that too. Awesome, you guys. Thanks, everyone. It's past 11. I'm going to wrap it up here. So I'm going to contemplate how I'm going to play those 3 games on the stream. Got some really good feedback from my members today. My gut feeling is, no, I'll save it for next week when we talk. So I'm not streaming this Wednesday because I'm going to be at camp, and then I don't know what time I'm going to be getting home. It might be kind of late. So you actually aren't going to see me again until a week from today. I will jump on and do a late night stream if there's some really important Canucks news. But unless something crazy happens, I will basically, I'll basically be back next Sunday, Labor Day Sunday. But we will make it work. It's a long weekend, so maybe we'll go an extra longer next Sunday. And yeah, I'm actually not camping. I'm going up to camp for a day, but not staying overnight, still coming back that night. I just don't know what time. Okay, so to everyone, moderators, thank you for doing an awesome job. I don't think you're too busy tonight, but I appreciate you. Sponsors, as always, thank you. Van City Experts Real Estate Group and Perform and Transform. Personal Training and Weight Loss, thank you. Gassy Jack Art, Monkey 9, and Vessi. Thank you to everyone who donated, everyone who became members, everyone who bought memberships for other people, and anyone who subscribed tonight. I appreciate you as well. And thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Just Incredible, legendary Andrew Chang, and to Hall of Fame and franchise members for your support as well. Great stream tonight, you guys. Hope you guys had a really, really great weekend. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. And I'll be doing daily vlogs, or at least close to daily, as long as there is indeed something to talk about. So, and a couple of you guys have said Weaver. I will try that once I'm off the stream, and I'll see if I bring it into these streams, but probably not. But never say never. Okay, friends, as always, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video on your way out. You can leave a comment. You can leave a donation, whatever you want to do. But most importantly, thank you for your time and for your energy and for your loyalty here. I hope to see you guys soon. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And I got to tell you, I know a lot of people are worried about privacy, but don't worry about your smartphone, your webcam, your TV. Don't worry about any of those things spying on you and invading your privacy. Because your vacuum cleaner has been gathering dirt on you for years. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.